Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're over here on the Japanese side of the game, and we're taking on the new Garbs Challenge Worst Generation. The 11-star event, the newest Garbs Challenge that has come out on the Japanese side of the game. So this is the team, these are the supports. Let's dive in. If you guys need to check that out, go back to the start of the video, just hit that pause button. You guys can see all the supports and all the units that we are using. But in today's video, we are rocking Mono Strength against the newest Garbs Challenge, and this is by far, in my opinion, the hardest Garbs Challenge that there is on both versions of the game. Obviously, Japan being a little bit ahead. It is an 11-star challenge instead of a 10-star challenge, which is a little bit different, but with this particular challenge, the final stage throws a lot of gimmicks at you, and there's a lot of stuff that you guys have to get around with a lot of new debuffs. So, as mentioned in all my other videos when it comes to this particular piece of content, my Japan account is just nowhere near where my global account is in terms of the variety of units I have, the resources that I have available to myself, and I'm still just slowly building it up, sort of just still taking my time with it, you know, just having fun along the way, enjoying the ride kind of stuff. I don't want to rush JP or anything like that, but with the treasure map that will be coming out in the next couple of days for Zoro Jiro, the Majiwara 56, we should be able to stockpile some potions and stuff like that. So we are utilizing a very non-free-to-play friendly team, but most of these units are out on global, besides obviously the leader Kid and Jinbei that did come out with their 7th anniversary, so it is a nice little showcase for them as well. But on stage 3, we come up against Bonnie, Beige, and Scratchman Apu. Now, they give us one of the newest debuffs where if we eat a meat orb, we actually take damage instead of healing. So they make our right-hand side meat orbs, they make our left-hand side bomb orbs, and then they take away our ability to see or hear the sound effects or special effects. So the annoying thing about this is if you miss your perfects, you get hit with the bomb orbs, and if you hit your perfects, if you miss your perfects with the meat orbs, you're going to take damage as well. So like, it's harder to hit your perfects, but if you get good with the units and you sort of know their attack patterns, it's a little bit easier, and the units don't have too much HP, so you can just sort of easily take them out in 2 turns. On to the next stage against Rogue, we see another new debuff, and this debuff is basically a damage cap multiplier. So with this particular stage, we can only do 500,000 to Rogue. That's basically it. We can't do anything else. Bob's your uncle, sorry, but 500,000 is all you got on 1 turn. On the 2nd turn, however, it does go up to 1 million, and on the 3rd turn, it goes up to 1.5, and you guessed it, on the 4th turn, it goes up to the 2 million mark, and at that 2 million mark is where we can actually take out your Rogue. But there are some teams that can actually take out your Rogue before that, and I do imagine that Verse Kaido might be one of them. I'm not 100% sure how Verse Kaido works. I'm pretty sure Verse Kaido works how you give the end of turn damage after your turn, so I don't know if it'll work that way, but characters like Verse Akainu, characters that can poison like Magellan, actually work really, really well on this particular stage, because you can get around that, because that point is like end of turn, so like after the turn's ended, because he actually puts these new barriers up at the end of his turn. So as you can see, it goes away before our turn. We actually get the new barrier up, so you can abuse that, like I said, with Akainu's burn mechanic, or Ace's burn mechanic versus Ace. I'm talking about, you could easily use him here for a strength unit, and that way you could actually just use his versatility to give that extra burn damage to take out your Rogue before the 2 million and before you get normal attacks only. But for this particular team, it doesn't matter too much. On to the next stage, we come up against Killer and Zoro. Now, Killer and Zoro have 4 turns of threshold. They have end of turn damage. Killer has a perfect barrier for 3 perfects for 4 turns. And if you rotate orbs on this particular stage, then they're actually just going to do a butt ton of damage. So we are going to utilize our friend Kid special here. That's going to give us a 2.5 times attack. And then with Jinbei special, we can actually heal back half our HP and remove the threshold, which is really, really nice. The beautiful thing about Jinbei and Kaido is they can't be blown away. So you do want them to be in your bottom row. Very important that they are in the bottom row, as both of these units cannot be blown away. But once we use their specials, they're just here as damage sticks. After we take out Killer, we are going to focus on Zoro, but you do need to be careful on this Zoro stage, mainly because... Alright, so I totally stuffed up, totally forgot I couldn't rotate orbs, so I had to reload the game. Don't use the Mama Shanta special, very important that you don't do that, otherwise Zoro will basically just kill you. But you do want to try and farm some orbs before we move on to the next stage. Now, once we move into the next stage, we come up against Blackbeard, and Blackbeard's going to give us that orb seal, like, hit barrier, whatever you want to call it. So... ideally, on this particular stage, you really want to farm up some matching orbs, and then you want to just kill with your Vivi, Rebecca, and your Mihawk Perona. The reason you want to kill with those two units is because they're dual units. We're going to be switching with them anyway. So even if they have a matching orb, it's not really going to matter too much. On the next stage, when, as I mentioned, we come up against Blackbeard, he's going to do a HP cut on entry. He has full immunity, and he locks our healing. So we're going to use our Kaido special here to do a butt ton of damage as we get a 2.25 times attack boost, as well as the negative effect and the chain lock with Vivi, Rebecca, and Mihawk and Perona. That way we can take out Blackbeard on this particular stage. No issues whatsoever. And then we can move on to the final stage. So when we move on to the final stage, ideally we want Mihawk and Perona to become our captain. If that doesn't happen, you can close and reopen the game. There is a little cheese way to get around that, as either one of your middle characters will become captain. The thing with Mihawk Perona becoming captain is they are very, very nice at a 4.5 times captain for strength and psi units. But they also make all colored orbs favorable, which is great. And then they actually blow away your bottom row, but because our bottom row can't be blown away, they have that sailor ability, which works really, really well for this particular piece of content. We've seen that sailor ability for a very long time and hasn't really been too prevalent, but for this particular Garbage Challenge, it is very, very good. So with Mihawk Perona as our captain, we can use their special to get a negative effect, 2 times conditional boost. We can get a color affinity buff with our Vivi and Rebecca. Ideally, we want to stay as Vivi on this particular stage. Even with Mihawk Perona as captain, Vivi actually just does more damage with the color affinity, mainly because the strength colors have negative color affinity against Luffy, and because of that negative color affinity, you just do significantly less damage. So just having that one dex unit actually helps out like majorly. With the orb boost, with the attack boost from Kid, we can focus all of our attacks on Luffy and then just rely on Kid's last tap to actually do all the heavy lifting by taking out both Law and Kid. So there you guys go. That was Mono Strength taking on the new Garbs Challenge against the Worst Generation. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me. And if you are new to my channel and you're enjoying the OPTC content, make sure to belt that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, homies, I thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Lights